Welcome to our deep dive into the remarkable advancements in science and technology in ancient India, specifically from 5 BCE to 5 CE. This isn't just about history, you know. This is about recognizing the wellspring of human ingenuity that was bubbling over in this part of the world thousands of years ago. Stuff that would lay the groundwork for fields like math, astronomy, even medicine as we know it. This period marks a significant era in the subcontinent's history, driven by the integration of Vedic knowledge, philosophical developments, and foreign interactions. We're talking about a time when the seeds of knowledge were being planted, seeds that would grow into the very foundations of our modern world. Let's kick things off with math, the language of the universe, and trust me, ancient India had a thing for big numbers. I'm talking really big, numbers that would make your calculator sweat. We're talking about the Vedic texts, ancient scriptures that casually tossed around concepts like infinity and used a base 10 system, just like we do today. And don't even get me started on the Sulba Sutras. These geometric manuals were like the blueprints for constructing altars and temples. These weren't just your average buildings, folks. They were designed with precise geometric proportions, incorporating squares, circles, even Pythagoras' theorem centuries before Pythagoras himself. It's mind-blowing, the kind of mathematical minds they had back then. Now, let's turn our gaze upwards to the stars, because ancient Indians were avid sky watchers. They didn't just gaze at the stars, they charted them, tracked them, and developed a deep understanding of celestial movements. We're talking about the sidereal year, the time it takes for the Earth to orbit the Sun relative to the fixed stars. They nailed it, folks, with incredible accuracy. And let's not forget the Nakshatra system, a system of 27 lunar constellations that formed the backbone of their calendars and astrological calculations. This wasn't just about horoscopes. This was about understanding the rhythm of the cosmos, the dance between Earth and the heavens. But science isn't just about the stars and numbers. It's about understanding ourselves, our bodies, and that's where Ayurveda comes in. This ancient system of medicine, with its holistic approach, wasn't just about treating diseases. It was about preventing them, about living in harmony with nature. We're talking about texts like the Charaka Samhita and Sushruta Samhita, medical encyclopedias that covered everything from internal medicine to surgery, from pharmacology to the importance of diet and lifestyle. Think about it, thousands of years ago, they were already talking about the interconnectedness of mind, body, and environment. Chapter 4, Forged in Fire. The Mystery of Wootz Steel. Now let's talk metal, specifically Wootz steel. This wasn't your average iron, folks. This was high-carbon steel, renowned for its strength and sharpness, and ancient India was one of the few places that knew how to make it. We're talking about the legendary Damascus blades, swords so sharp and strong they were said to be able to cut through a silk scarf dropped on their edge. And then there's the Iron Pillar of Delhi, this massive iron structure, standing tall for over 1,600 years with barely any rust. How did they do it? That's a question that still has metallurgists scratching their heads. Chapter 5. The Power of Logic. Ancient India's Philosophers. But science isn't just about practical applications. It's about asking the big questions, about understanding the nature of reality itself. And ancient India had its fair share of philosophers who weren't afraid to dive deep. We're talking about the Nyaya Sutras, texts that laid out a system of logic and reasoning that would make Aristotle proud. And let's not forget the Vaisheshika school, with its early atomic theory, proposing that the universe was made up of tiny, indivisible particles. They were grappling with the fundamental building blocks of the universe centuries before modern science even existed. Chapter 6. Fields of Plenty. Innovation in Agriculture. Now, let's get down to earth, literally, with agriculture. Ancient India, with its fertile lands and monsoonal climate, was a breadbasket, and they didn't achieve that by chance. They were masters of irrigation, building complex canal systems and reservoirs to manage water resources. And let's not forget crop rotation, a technique they used to maintain soil fertility. They even understood the importance of organic fertilizers, using natural methods to nourish the land. It was a holistic approach to agriculture, one that recognized the interconnectedness of land, water, and crops. Chapter 7: Threads of Innovation, the Art of Textiles. Now, let's talk fashion. Okay, maybe not fashion in the modern sense, but ancient India was renowned for its exquisite textiles. We're talking about cotton, spun so fine and woven so intricately that it was prized throughout the Roman Empire. And let's not forget the vibrant dyes, derived from plants and minerals, that gave their textiles a kaleidoscope of colors. These weren't just fabrics, they were works of art, a testament to the skill and artistry of Indian weavers. But technological innovation wasn't limited to the countryside. Ancient India was a land of bustling cities, and these urban centers were marvels of planning and engineering. We're talking about the Arthashastra, a treatise on statecraft that laid out detailed principles for urban design, from road layouts to water management. And then there are the stupas, those magnificent dome-shaped structures, symbols of Buddhist architecture. These weren't just religious monuments, they were feats of engineering, requiring a deep understanding of geometry and structural design. But ancient India wasn't just content with exploring the land. They set sail across the seas, becoming a major player in international maritime trade. We're talking about massive ships, some capable of carrying hundreds of passengers and tons of cargo, all built using sophisticated shipbuilding techniques. They navigated the treacherous waters of the Indian Ocean, establishing trade routes that stretched as far as Africa and Southeast Asia. They were explorers, merchants, and master shipbuilders, connecting the world through commerce and cultural exchange. Finally, let's circle back to the natural world. Ancient Indians weren't just content with observing nature, they sought to understand it, to classify it, to learn from it. Ayurvedic texts, those treasure troves of medical knowledge, also contained detailed classifications of plants, identifying their medicinal properties. And let's not forget the Arthashastra, which, in addition to its political and economic insights, also provided insights into animal husbandry, offering guidance on the breeding and care of livestock. Thank you for joining us on this journey through ancient India's scientific and technological achievements. From the heights of astronomy to the intricacies of medicine, from the bustling cities to the vast seas, we've uncovered a civilization brimming with ingenuity. The advancements made during this period laid the foundations for future innovations and continue to influence the world today. So the next time you marvel at a mathematical equation, a medical breakthrough, or a feat of engineering, remember those ancient Indian pioneers who dared to explore, to question, and to innovate. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fascinating insights into the history of science and technology.